Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hey, y'all. Feels like it's been forever. What's up? It's that time. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Come on in. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a fantabulous weekend, as well as can be expected. Come on in, friends, family, guests, viewers, spectators. Come on in. Come on in. Bring somebody with you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Smoke. It's been a long time. Long time. CCA family. What's going on? Yo. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. You. Come on. It's time. It's time to exchange. Let's go. Let's get it. Happy Monday. I'm excited to be here. How about you? How about you? How about you? As usual, if you are tuned in, it looks like I just lost my viewers, but I am going to go on. It doesn't matter. But yes, we didn't come together Friday and have any type of conversation going on. And that's cool. That's all right. So I hope you're ready today. Today is a brand new day. Brand new day. Hi. Not sure who that is yet. Mama Pat, what's going on? How are you? How are you? Oh, thank you. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. All right, we got a few. Good to hear, Ma. We have a few seconds left. I see some people are coming in just as I am about to get started on this fine Monday. Although it's a little cloudy and raining. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I had to pull my hair back because I thought I ran to the car really quick, and you would have thought I was entering a wet t-shirt contest. As soon as I stepped outside, it started pouring down. But yeah, so I'm a bit damp. Hi Kendra, welcome, welcome, welcome. Is it 5:05? It is 5:05. It is time to get started. Welcome to the exchange. This is a platform that I use to open up dialogue, to have conversations, to talk about different topics, to get input of you all. And also a great way to connect with a lot of people that I have not seen or talked to in a very long time. So I am very excited about the exchange, about the conversations that we've had thus far. I have learned a lot, gotten a lot of information, learned some new things from you all. And I hope you all are doing the same, just getting more information or broadening your understanding as it relates to things that we have talked about. This is just a cool place to come to say whatever is on your mind. So before I go any further, I would like to give my disclaimer and house rules. There is no judgment on this platform. There is no criticism. There is no right or wrong opinion or answer to a question. We are all here in support of one another. Just a way for us to kick it, to powwow, to chop it up, to, whatever you want to call it, to have a conversation, dialogue, and again, hopefully we can learn something from these lives from one another. If you are watching and you have not gone over to YouTube, please go over to YouTube to The Key and Kai Exchange and watch the videos, catch up and watch the videos from previous lives. And while you're over there catching up, please subscribe and leave a comment so we can be a part of the algorithm, so we can build the algorithm. I would like to merge Facebook and Instagram because I have people that are on Instagram that I am not able to reach because I am on Facebook Live and vice versa. So I would like for both worlds to come together on one platform, and that would be at The Key and Kai Exchange eventually. And again, if you have not already gone over and subscribed and left a comment, and also push the notification bell so that you know when videos are uploaded. A quick reminder, 1 hour after this live goes off, I will delete the live and it will be on the Key and Kai Exchange on YouTube, and you will be able to find it there or go back and replay it on YouTube. And yeah, so hopefully, if you miss it or you need to catch up or you're catching up and the video is deleted, it is on YouTube at The Key and Kai Exchange. Okay. With that being said, let's talk about it. Today we are talking about double standards. Double standards. Do we think there are double standards? What are some examples of double standards? We're just gonna start right there. We're gonna park it right there. We'll take off in a second. Yes, let's talk about double standards. And since it takes a while, and for me it is quite awkward to sit and wait for a response. Once I get started, people will chime in and say whatever it is, a comment, question, or whatever the case may be. So the first question that I wanted to pose is there a double standard with men and women? And again, I will not wait because I don't have a large viewing, so it'll just be like an awkward pause. So I would definitely say there is a double standard with men and women. We see it in the workforce. We see it in relationships. And just some quick examples of a double standard in the workforce is most of the time, and I mean, as far back as I'm sure we can all remember, there has been a double standard. I agree, there is. And in the workforce, there has been jobs that have, that employers have passed over or looked over women to give a man that position because they don't feel like the woman is qualified to do the job. I believe that we are in a day and time where that has changed drastically. I can remember probably my first car, and I made up in my mind that I would not wait for something to happen, me to be stranded on the side of the road, or just regular car maintenance. I wouldn't wait. Of course, I couldn't do everything with a car, but I can definitely, still today, I can definitely change a tire. And even with that, we have been accustomed to this double standard where women can't, I won't say can't, but it's been thought that they cannot do the same things that a man can do. I've checked oil, I've changed the thermostat, I feel coolant and all that type of thing. These are things that we need to know. And again, I will say that I believe that the double standard has changed because women are out here getting it. And when I say getting it, they're doing the same things that it was thought that they couldn't do. I mean, we have, and I'm saying we, I'm talking to my Michigan people, which pretty much, all of my viewers are, my family from back home. But we have one of the greatest of all time, the GOAT, Claressa Shields, boxing champion, and that has not always, of course, there's a pay difference because, again, they deemed it as a man's sport. And here it is. There are so many sports. Women play football, they're basketball, boxing, you name it. And there are, women are doing equal. Weightlifting, let's talk about that. I've seen some phenomenal, it almost trips me out to see a woman benching as much weight as a man. It is, that's phenomenal in itself. As far as, like I said, in the workforce, there are jobs that they will give a man versus give a woman. So there is definitely a double standard. I talked about relationships. There's a double standard in relationships. Women can't do what men can do. Yeah, times have changed. Times have changed. And of course, look, hi sister. We're talking about double standards. And I was just about to say something. Child, I thought something was in my eye and it's my lash. Huh? But anyway, so with all of that, like, women are really stepping up. And this is not to downplay men in any kind of way, just that, just the fact that there are double standards. And again, women have stepped up so much. And it's not to say that you have to let go of your femininity, or you're letting go of it, because you can do the same job or hold the same title as your male counterpart. You don't lose your femininity because of that. Jalen, welcome. But there's definitely a difference. How about, so we said there's a double standard, in my opinion, because some people may not agree, but there's a double standard with men and women. There's definitely a double standard in relationships, and I really didn't tap into that much, but absolutely financially, there's a double standard because, again, you know, one of the things that we have often heard is that the man is the breadwinner. The man brings home the bacon. The man does this and that. And again, that has changed because women have stepped up and really gotten out there. And then you have to think about single parents. Again, it's not to take anything away from the phenomenal fathers, but there are some mothers who have filled the roles of both parents, and they are breadwinners, and they are phenomenal women. There are women out there who work not only one job, but multiple jobs, and go to school full time to finish their education, and get the kids off to school, and pick them up, and their children are involved in extracurricular activities. So yeah, we can pretty much do it all. And I talked about sports, and weightlifting alone, you know, again, when I think about it, it's phenomenal. You know, even for me to see it, even like I said, I mentioned Claressa Shields, you know, she's an amazing boxer. She's awesome in her craft. And yeah, she probably knocked a lot of guys out. So, but there's definitely a double standard. And I'm sure people have downplayed her, you know, and tried to curb her because she's a female. You know, I'm sure a lot of people talk trash because they think, you know, here it is, this woman, you know, what's she gonna do? Bama, hey, welcome. Glad you joined. So yes, double standards in a relationship. Ooh, do you think there's a double standard with parents? I got a couple parents on here. Is there a double standard? Do you treat your children differently? Do you treat the males different than the females? Let's talk about it. Is there a double standard? Why? Why is that? Why do we, as parents, Monica said most definitely. Okay, since you stepped up to the plate, why? Why is there a double standard as it pertains to parents and children? Why? Specifically with male and female children. And I saw, I won't say because I'm only advertising what I want. So I'm not giving anybody any advertisement when I say this. But I saw a family and they were talking about this double standard. They were talking about sex. And they were saying that some of the people were saying that it's easier for them to allow their male children to grow up. And the question was posed, well, if the son or the young male child come to you and they say they're ready to have sex versus your daughter, then, you know, how would you handle it? And the guy said, well, with my son, it would just kind of be like, okay, you know, it's time to have the talk, protect yourself. But with my daughter, I want her to stay sacred, you know, and it'll be a little harder. And so the family was saying, well, why is that? Why are you like cool with your son, but not your daughter? Monica said, I am guilty. I wouldn't allow Jazz to go out, but I did let the boys, only because I felt my boys could handle themselves. Boom. That came up as well. So I guess all in that same vein, You know, that's what I was just speaking of. You want to protect the girls, but you feel like the boys can handle themselves. But you have to think about it. You have to think about the morals and values and seeds and things that you have taught them. I mean, of course, they're all grown now, and still, you know, there is still probably that same level of protection. You want to protect your daughter because she is more, I don't want to say delicate. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. Fragile is not the word that I'm looking for. But I think that, in my personal opinion, that even though I don't have a son, I guess in some kind of ways I would feel like, so let me say this before back to this family I was speaking of. The guy was saying if his son went outside and got dirty, he would say, oh, you know, he got dirty. He can clean himself up, dust himself off. That's what he gonna do. But with his daughter, if she got dirty, it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta clean her up. Let me get something and dust her off. And but why do we think that our girls or young ladies can't handle themselves like the males do? And back to what I was saying, we don't give the girls or young ladies in our lives the credit. I mean, we have taught all of our children, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, the same things. But again, when it comes to those boys, we'll send those boys out and say, you know what, they can handle themselves. And I'm not directing this right at you, Monica. I'm saying this is in general. This is just what we do. And I'm saying we because it is thought that boys can handle themselves better. If a boy falls down, get up, man. Brush yourself off. We're a little more coarse, and we think a little differently when it comes to males, young males. You know, it doesn't matter. We think differently. And then with little girls, we treat them like flowers, you know, not allowing them to fall down and get dirty and make mistakes, and you know, giving them the same benefit that we give to the young men. Why is what I want to know. Why do we do that? How do you feel about that? What does that make you feel like? And when you think about it, what is your perspective as far as it pertains to double standards? Like, you know, as parents, thank you, Monica, for that, for chiming in. I'm just interested to know. Twyla, hi. How are you? Thank you for joining the exchange. We're talking about double standards. And while I'm pausing, I might as well say, if you are new to this live, I do have a YouTube page called The Key, K-E-E, and Kai, K-H-Y Exchange on YouTube. Please go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment. It can be something short. It doesn't have to be nothing extravagant. But catch up on the past live videos and see what we've been talking about. The platform, we're just having dialogue, open dialogue, just having conversations. My way of connecting with you all that I don't get to talk to or see. Although I cannot see you, you can only see me. In some kind of crazy way, I still feel like I can see you because you're there. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. So yes, double standards. And before I get to my last point, I am just kind of waiting to see what you all think. Why do we have double standards as it pertains to men and women, and for parents with children? Why are there double standards? Oh, and again, Monica said because she felt like her boys could handle themselves. Why do we have that double standard with our children, nieces, nephews, grandchildren? What are some other examples of double standards? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? I definitely think there's a double standard with parents and children. And then not only male and female children, but there's double standards with children of the same sex. Because you think, double standards in church. Yeah, I would have to agree. Before I even go further, there is double standards in church. As far as, there was a time that it was frowned upon if a woman did ministry in the pulpit. That was a thing for a long time. It was frowned upon for a woman to be in the pulpit preaching or ministering. It used to be only men preachers. Yep, that's what I was just saying, Monica. Definitely. And we have some, again, women have really stepped up. We have some powerhouses. Some powerhouse preaching women, still feminine, still, that's just like with the sport, still feminine, still, doing their thing. But I'm talking about powerhouse preachers that are women. And I'm sure a lot of men have had to hold their hat because, wow. I mean, we have really stepped up. We really have. Phenomenal women speaker. Yes, for sure. I'm talking about can go toe to toe any day, anytime. And that is in general. We have to kind of get away from, and that is my last point, is do you think we have gotten away from double standards? Although women have stepped up to the forefront, do you think we have gotten away with it? Or we just don't talk about it as much? I definitely think we don't talk about it as much as a lot of other things. I haven't heard a lot about double standards in a long time. And I'm sure it happens every day still. I just wanted to pose the question, do you think we have gotten away from it? Because people in the world realize that women are more of a powerful force and they can do equal or more than some men. In some cases, but not many. In some cases and not many, you think we've gotten away from it? I will have to agree, sister, and say definitely. Really, it hasn't been a choice. Hey, Asha, welcome, sister. Again, it hasn't been a choice. Because, the females, okay, yeah, I agree. And that's what I was saying. I haven't heard a lot, because, of course, we have women's rights. Why do we have women's rights? For equality. To let the world know that we can do some of the same things that men do. And again, it's not to downplay men, and it's not to take away our femininity. But we can do a lot of things that men can do. And I believe that we are still downplayed in a lot of things. You know, it's almost a shock to see a female doing some of the things that we haven't been used to. And I spoke a little earlier about how, you know, I taught myself how to change a tire, how to take those lugs off, how to put, you know, all this weight on that jack and get the job done. I can still do it today if I had to. I know exactly what I need to do. I've checked oil, I've changed fluid, and all of that type of thing. Because I wasn't going to wait around, first of all, for somebody to come do it or be stuck somewhere. And man, I don't know how to change. I don't know the first thing about changing the tire. Yeah, right. Not me. Not me. And that's just a choice. And again, you know, there's, oh Lord, I cannot change a tire. Sister, come on. You gotta get with it, baby. Because look, I'm not waiting. I'm not gonna wait and just be somewhere like, dang, my tire flat. What am I gonna do? What is I gonna do? No, ma'am. I'm not gonna even wait. I'm just gonna change it, put that little spare on there, and AAA. Yeah. Well, I ain't waiting for them either. Especially if I'm stranded somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and do it and keep pushing. Yeah. Everybody ain't able, child. But definitely we've definitely stepped our game up, and you know, we are in the forefront of a lot of things. Business, oh my gosh, church, relationships. And it's not to take anything away. I have to keep saying that because I don't want to make it seem like I am just, you know, downplaying a man. But this double standard thing, nursing, that is a great one. There is definitely a double standard. And actually, sister, it's reversed because there are a lot more male nurses now than there were in the past. And it's all, when you think about a nurse, you always think about a female first. So that is reversed. That was good. That was good. And I hadn't even thought about that. The men are taking over for sure. There are so many more male nurses than we've ever seen before. And I think it's phenomenal. You know, I think it's great. But I'm glad you said that, because I didn't think about the reverse, you know, where, you know, there's a double standard with women doing things that, you know, taking care of the house, you know, washing dishes, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the children. There's a double standard there because the women are expected to do those things. Not that that's what we should be doing. Boring children and tending to the house and all of that type of thing. No, we have awesome careers. We have things going on, and we're involved in organizations and doing different things, involved in a lot of things. We're not just the old way of thinking that, you know, you barefoot pregnant and taking care of the house. That's not, nah, bro. It's a different time. It's a different time, because what's going to happen is we're going to bore the children. We're going to be in the hospital a day or two, unless you've had a cesarean. You're going to be in the hospital a day or two, and you're going to go home. And then if you have other children, you're going to tend to those children and a new baby and take care of your house. That's just our bounce back game. What I said, that bounce back game, strong. For sure. But going back to the reverse, you know, with the double standard with the women and men, I do agree that the roles have reversed a lot. And I did speak earlier about, you know, like not taking anything away from single fathers, because there are single fathers who take care of their children on their own, by themselves. They take care of the house, they take care of the bills, they take care of the kids, they do all the things that I said before that the moms are expected to do. Let me just say expected with some emphasis, because a lot of times that is what, you know, of course, you know, we navigate better and we work things out a lot better. Our schedules are, although they're hectic, they're a lot smoother. Of course, a male needs a woman's wisdom and guidance. And let me just put that out there. You guys would not be able to make it without us. And that's just the truth. That's just facts. That's just facts. Because without a woman's presence, guys. Monica said, oh yeah, the double standards in the justice system. Oh, let's go. Yes, for sure. There's definitely a double standard in the justice system as well. Definitely. And again, that is where men are more likely, young black males are more likely to go to prison, to go to jail, to be in trouble with the justice system. It's intentional. Well, probably so. And I shouldn't say probably, because, I mean, we can look at the news, past and present, and it's clear. It's very clear. So, again, just with my opinion, I do think that there are double standards. I do feel like we don't talk about it as much. I do feel like we have not gotten away from it. It is just, in both situations, women and men alike have stepped up and taken on some more roles that sometimes have been deemed not possible. Again, you know, we talked about the nursing field, and I can't think of, like, right off the top of my head, another, I don't know. I can't think, but yeah, nursing is a huge one that, you know, I can just say right off the top of my head that where the men have started coming in and dominating that particular workforce. So there's definitely a double standard all the way around with parents and children. And if you go back and watch the replay, please respond, please comment, leave your comment, and let me know what you think. You know, maybe this is something that, you know, we can revisit, or maybe it's some information that, you know, if you post, someone else might be able to say something or give you some information that will help you, you know, I won't say better understand, because it could be a comment or an opinion. But yeah. Anyway, that is just my take. I guess I'm gonna end early. Thank you. Wait a minute. Monica said women being shamed for showing their body, but men are praised for showing theirs. What I should have did was had you as a guest. I should have brought you in as a guest, because you are bringing up some great points. but this is what it is. And I agree. I definitely agree. But you have to think about it like, a lot of things, I guess a lot of things as it pertains to women being shamed for showing their body, a lot of stuff is sexualized. A lot of things. I just watched Erica Campbell on, it was a video, she was doing an interview and she wore a white fitted turtleneck dress. Turtleneck. Beautiful white dress. It was just fitting right above the knee for an album cover. And she said she was called a whore, a scarlet, and all of this. I mean, completely covered up. But she was saying if that had been a secular artist, they would have said, oh, she's wearing that dress. Oh, she's blah, blah, blah. But I definitely have to agree. Hey, Drika. I definitely have to agree that if it had been someone else, you know, secular, you know, and I'm sure the church ate her up for that form-fitting dress. But for sure, you know, thank you so much. But as far as, you know, women being shamed for, you know, showing their body, even if they aren't, you know, doing it on purpose. Teresa, hi, welcome. So if you are just joining, we are talking about double standards. And so I am really just wrapping it up. But my sister brought up a good point about how women are ashamed. Ashley, welcome, baby. Hey, Joey. What's up, bro? But she made a good point about women being shamed for the things that they wear versus men. They may feel just as comfortable as men, Monica said. What's wrong with confidence? Because we are there. I mean, the answer is the double standard, period. You know, but definitely, you know, a man can walk around with his, ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. My apologies. But a man can walk around with his shirt off, or, you know, whatever the case may be. A woman wear a tank top, a workout top, or whatever the case may be, and a crop top or whatever it is, and something is gonna get said, she gonna get a funny look. And that's not always, but most of the time, Monica, like you said, you know, what's wrong with having confidence, or if you have the body to do it? Because I'm gonna tell you what, since I'm on live, honey, once this weight is gone and this loose skin is gone, honey, okay, no, let me stop showing out. But in all seriousness, y'all know I'm just a little touch. But yeah, girl, don't pump me up. You already know what it is. See, everybody don't know. Ashley, look, I just told your godmama, don't pump me up. Now there you go. But anyway, you know, I don't get it. I think, you know, hopefully we can do more of doing away with the whole double standard, because I believe that we have proved ourselves. Both genders. I'm not just, we still have, Teresa said, we still live in a male-dominated society, for sure. For sure. But again, I believe that women have really proven themselves to do what men can do equally, and phenomenal. What's up, Jules? Yes, we have definitely stepped up and, you know, kind of showed them that we got it. We can do it too. And just a little earlier, I was talking about Clarissa Shields and talking about some of the okay. Sorry, you all. The wind is blowing, and a branch just fell on my patio. Almost sound like somebody jumped over, jumped over the fence. But anyway, you know, we have really shown that we can do a lot of things: weightlifting, football, basketball. My sister said in church, these powerhouse preaching women. But I do have to agree with you, Teresa, that we do still live in a male-dominated society. And I won't say that we will completely get away from it, but we will be heard. Our voices will be heard. And then vice versa. Even where, you know, women dominate in some work arenas or whatever the case may be, you know, males are, we talked about nursing, males are coming in and, you know, they're doing, you know, the job just as well or better. So I definitely think we should be more conscious about the double standard. Okay, sister. Monica has a question. Okay, I won't read that part. Why is it that women are expected to be clean and organized, but men still expect that to be a woman's responsibility? Oh, okay. Again, and maybe you all can't answer her question. Why it... Okay, well, just add it, sister. I'm going to read her question again. Monica says, why is it that women are expected to be clean and organized, but men still expect that to be a woman's responsibility? Teresa said, one of the smartest women, in my opinion, lost to idiot Trump. Joey said, I commend women for coming so far in this man-dominated society, but I wish most of them same women will remember that they are still women. And I talked about that as well, about losing, you know, women not losing their femininity in whatever role that, you know, they are in, you know. Even being, again, I'll go back to Clarissa Shields. We just saw, well, most of us just saw her birthday shoot. And she had on this green dress, and then it was something else she had on green, I think. I mean, absolutely beautiful. She dominates in the ring, but she also has this feminine side. She has not lost her femininity. But I agree, because even with the weightlifting thing, you know, like I said, it blows my mind to see women lift as much as they do. But there are some women who take it a little too far and are taking on more of a masculine role. And that's where it gets weird, and I just lose interest. Monica said, I think we should be sharing responsibility. Yes. We have to enhance each other and share roles. I definitely agree. Teresa said, well, we might need to address black men on this as well. Okay. Baby boy syndrome, Teresa said. Come on now. Come on now. That's what we're here for. Hey, listen. Yeah, I got it, sister. But I think we should share responsibility too. You know, it's not, you know, you asked a question about why baby boy syndrome is why women have changed roles, Teresa said. For sure. That's not even a question. But yeah, baby boy syndrome is garbage. Anyway, my opinion. But yeah, you know, I do think that we should share responsibilities. There is nothing wrong with, you know, and why I'm bringing this up is because that's the most common, you know, as far as taking care of the house and, you know, washing dishes, washing clothes. Don't say that. Don't say what? Teresa said also some men are wearing pants tighter than mine. Ooh. Uh-oh. Teresa said, so, wait, because I gotta say it for the people in the back, way back there. Some men are wearing pants tighter than women. Okay. Yeah. I have never, like, why would you even want to try to squeeze? Why? That's just, okay. That's just something I just don't understand. I'll never understand it. You know, even if it's trending, dog, why are you trying to fit toddler pants on your male adult leg? I don't, okay. I don't know. Bring back our man. Yes, please. Oh my gosh, please. Yeah, Ashley, that's beyond me. That is beyond me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But, you know, some kind of way, you know, I guess we all have to be teachers of some sort. And just, you know, help whoever it is, you know, just be more equal and letting each other know. Knows what? I'm sorry. Joey said, Monica, most men was raised with or by women that ran the house, whole responsibility, and women did all and above. My opinion is we should share responsibility because if a man lives alone, he should, oh man, what did I, okay, he should, if a man lives alone, he will still have to do the house, the whole house responsibilities. Yes. Monica said gender roles have changed. Girl, honey, I think, yeah, that's the same vein as Teresa was in with the pants. So I don't know, and I know this is kind of sidebar, but y'all know that, hey Bree, Ashley, they showing their manly curves. I mean, okay. We are grown. They was doing okay with the gray sweatpants. They doing all the tight pants. Come on, okay. All right, that was probably too much for y'all. I'm just saying. Sorry, Joey, but I'm just saying. Okay. Yes, but the gender roles, I was about to say, so last night, I thought it was Andrew Caldwell's, you know, I'm Delivered. I thought it was his show, but it's called Bad Boys or something like that. Child, listen. I wanted to see the show because I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting. And then, of course, on the preview, Ashley, stop. Look, now I'm blushing. Ashley said, bring back. I can't even get it out. Bring back the gray sweatpants, please. Oh my gosh. If I was any lighter, I would be red. Thank you, Ashley. Teresa said, nope, it's true. Parents are not the same. We need to raise our children and not be friends to our children, for sure. Somebody. Wait a minute. Joey, are you asking to join the live? Can you just please answer yes so I can accept this request? Because I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I just see the notification. So if you are still on here and you want to join, can you please let me know yes or no? Oh, I got some. Joey! I said, answer the question, do you want to join the live or not? Y'all cutting up. Y'all got me shamed here. Y'all are cutting up. Joey, do you want to join the live or not? Gotta go search on how I enjoy this live. Thanks, sister. Enjoy. Thank you for joining. My #1 supporter. Yes, my big sister, Monica. Join? Joey. Teresa, you want to join the live? We got a few minutes left. Oh, Joey, you do want to join. Okay. Oh, I was telling Tim to go ahead and join. Yes, I'm adding him now.
Hey, Kim.
Hi, Joey.
Fine. Just got home from work. I'm tired of shit. Saw you was on.
Can you watch your language, please? Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, love. I fly mouth. I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah, them gray sweatpants. I got some on now. What the other thing I want to comment on?
Joey.
What's the other thing?
See?
Oh, the responsibility.
Okay.
The responsibility thing. When I was growing up, it was mostly females in the house. Like a lot of dudes, probably my age was. And women did a lot, the majority of the household. Now, in some of them households, the man like me and Eric and Eric, our responsibility was to take the trash out, cut the grass. And if we had sisters, they did the wash dishes and laundry. But we also, as men, and we rotated.
Yeah.
We did more of the outside work than we did indoor work, but we were trained to do indoor work because mama said, you ain't gonna need a woman for nothing but one thing. And she basically was right. I can cook for myself. I keep my own house clean. I wash my own clothes. I fold my own clothes. I iron, dry, all of the above. Same thing women do.
Right.
What I see today is women, and I commend y'all for coming into a man-dominating society, as they say, and jumping hurdles the way y'all have. I commend you. I salute you all. But at the same time, don't forget that you are women. Just because you are doing manly things, you are women. I don't mind my woman getting out there doing something with me. If she want to come out there and get under the car and jack it up with me, okay, that's cool. But at the same time, be a woman.
Yes.
I want to come in the house and hug and kiss, and I want to smell you. I don't want you coming in the house and you pulling in your pants, hanging off your ass. And you look at me like, "What's you cooking for dinner?"
Right.
Which I don't mind cooking, but at the same time, I want a feminine woman.
Yes.
And when I was growing up, just because you saw a woman and she was attractive, you could tell her, damn, you look good, and you wasn't thirsty.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, you still there? What happened? Hi, Teresa.
Hey. Oh, I was waiting for him to still talk. Is he still on?
I'm not sure what just happened. I was trying to
I
get
don't
both
know.
of them.
Yeah, because I wanted to respond to what he was saying, but
Okay,
looks
we're
like
gonna see. We're gonna
it
see
looks
how.
like it only does. Yeah, because I
Oh, there
I
you
mean
go.
he just
There you
oh,
go. There
good.
you go.
Okay. I'm
I
gonna
don't
let
know
him
what
finish
happened.
and then I'll let him finish and then I'll respond.
Okay, so she wanted to respond to what you were saying, so you can finish. You, Joey.
I could hear, but I can barely hear.
Oh,
We're just
can
telling you to go ahead and finish.
I forgot where I left off at. Everything went blank.
You said that when you come in the house, you want her to still be feminine and not have pants or things sagging.
Yeah, I see a lot of that nowadays. Women, they sag, they wear men clothes. They some of the women that even look at you like, nigga, I'll whoop your ass. And I'd be like, you still a woman. Don't forget you are still a woman.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like y'all said, it's like society's slowly transforming, trying to transform men into women and women into men. And people are just allowing it to happen.
Yeah. Hi. Okay, Teresa, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So at first I was gonna ask the question, what did it mean to not to forget to still be a woman? And I guess he somewhat, explained that. I think we have a lot of different, and just in his last sentence, we have many different avenues of that we can go down off this one topic. But when it comes, I think, to women and the roles that we have played and the roles that men have played and are still playing, for me, I think it's okay for sometimes for the gender roles to reverse in some aspects, right?
Right.
So, for example, sometimes now we have stay-at-home dads where the mom goes and works. Um, I think though, you know, in my household, I have a husband that supports me in what I do in my entrepreneurial journeys that I'm on. He wouldn't even care if I was the breadwinner. And I think what I see sometimes though is that you have some men that are demanding for a woman to still be a woman, yet you have some men that won't get off the couch to go find jobs. And
Uh-oh.
so men, because some of them are not in the household for whatever reason, either they could be incarcerated, they are not with their child's mother and not present in the home, to where that woman now has to be all things to a child in the household. And then you have some women, again, who support men because their men won't get up off the couch. Like we talked about the baby boy syndrome. That's a very real thing
Yeah.
where Black women have had, and then this goes off into another topic, and perhaps one day we'll talk about that. But how we talk about Black women being the least protected class out of everybody, and how we've been pushed into a lot of these different roles and what we have to be. You talked about being sexualized. We are sexualized by rappers, rap culture. We are sexualized by the white men, right? Um, let's talk about, talk about double standards. Because that's what this conversation is about, is double standards. And it's not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily having to deal with gender as being double standards.
Mm-hmm.
When I first worked in Lansing, I'm a lobbyist. And, I have to have 2 and 3 more degrees than what a white girl has to have to enter to become a lobbyist,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So it's like for Black people in general, I feel like we always have to somehow have to prove our skills and
Yeah.
somewhat prove our value. The other thing with men and women, and I think as women, sometimes we undervalue our worth,
Yeah.
our worth as in the professional setting, my husband today will go in on his job and say, I want a raise, and will
Mhm.
demand that raise. How many of us actually do that? Sometimes he gets upset at me because he's like, you're not demanding what you're worth. Oh, I don't know if I could do XYZ. Yes, you can. He wouldn't care if he could do XYZ or not. He would still go and apply for a job to get top dollar.
Mhm.
So, I mean, like I said, we can go off and kind of venture into all type of different things, I think, right off of this one conversation, because it's so multi-layered. But, I think that, I don't know how to put this, but one of the things I kind of remember when you talked about Mary, and it was Tina and her husband stepped out on their marriage
Right.
because he didn't like how she was dressing any longer. I have a problem with that,
Mhm.
because now you're trying to validate my worth based on what you think is sexy and not.
Right.
So that was why I wanted to get on and ask, what does it mean to be a woman? Because a woman is defined many different ways. And, I don't have to be sexy every day to still show that I'm a woman, but at the
Okay.
same time, if we're going to,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. And so what I think that I heard Joey saying, as far as being a woman, the way he was speaking of was still being soft and
yeah,
supple and able to, still, like just using myself as an example, even though I can get out there and change a tire with a t-shirt and jogging pants, that's not to say when I come back in that, I'm going to still have this role, like, and I'm just, again, just using that as an example, because most of the time we see men get out there and they're working on cars or whatever, but when you come back in, it's a whole different ball game. You can still be soft and still be feminine and not be hard and, I'm independent, I can do this all, just the whole masculine, just too much
no,
masculine.
I totally get that. Here's the problem. Like before I was single, I remember now, back in my single days, I'm just talking about my single days now.
Mhm.
And here I am talking to a couple different guys, right?
Mhm.
But when it came to things that I had to do you think that they were there to do them?
Right, right.
That's the thing right there. Because where are the men? You will see a guy walk in through a door before a woman. They won't even hold the doors
Yes,
open sometimes.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
understood what he was talking about, but I guess also we have to take into consideration, for some women, what they have been accustomed to. They don't wait on somebody to fix a tire because there's nobody around to fix the tire.
Mhm.
So they have to fix the tire. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? And that was why I had said before, when we talk about that baby boy syndrome, that's a real thing,
Yeah.
because you got some of these men out here, and that's not all men. I think that the man who wants to be a family man is going to do all things for his family and will be all things for his family. I'm definitely
Mhm.
not that person to say all men are like this, because they're not.
Right.
Unfortunately, some women don't know that. And so
Right.
they've settled. Right. They're not used to a man opening up a door for them. They're not used to a man maybe paying for XYZ for them. They're not used to a man. Now, my husband ain't going to get on no tire, get on the ground and fix a tire, but he'll call AAA for me.
Okay.
But that's all. Yeah. It's a good discussion. You do this every week?
I do. I do it on Mondays and Fridays. And then,
Oh,
like I said, I am on YouTube, the Key and Kai Exchange. If you want to go over and check out the previous topics, and I'll every hour, I'll let the live stay up for an hour after we go off, and then I'll delete it and put it on YouTube. So,
nice. Okay. I have to
yeah,
start following you. Okay. Very
yes.
nice.
Thank you so much for joining.
Yes, thank you. I don't know how I go back. I'm gonna click out of here, I guess, and then I could just go back to the live or whatever.
Okay. Let's see. All right. There it is. Joey, did you have anything to conclude? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I said, like she said, that topic is so broad that you could really just go on forever. Because
Yeah.
when she said about a men opening the doors, that goes back to what I was saying. Men get so tired of trying to do nice things for women that now that they get so cocky with it to make a man not even want to do it. He just held the
But
door because he just held the door because he wants some. No, I held the door because that's how my grandmama raised me.
yeah, but you again, what Teresa was saying is where are the men? Because again, I mean, and I have this experience a lot. Most of the times, hey Nikki, so most of the time, again, in my everyday, just going in and out of places, just excuse me. Yesterday, going in a gas station, and I was walking in. I don't just automatically think he's not or she's not going to hold the door. I just automatically assume because it's courteous, because I do it,
Mm-hmm.
that somebody is going to hold the door. So I was going in. The guy held the door open for 3 people. I was number 4. The door closed. I wasn't paying attention, just assuming he was going to hold the door. And he looked back and let the door close. And I said, "Ooh, okay." But again, what she was saying is, as far as, and that's just like what you were saying, you, in your opinion, it's like you're doing what you were taught and holding the door, not the thought that, he trying to holler at me or he wants something out of this or that type of thing. What she was saying is men have become so lax in not doing it for whatever the reason may be. You're just you with your own opinion, but I see so many more men. So I get where both of you are coming from because, like you said, first of all, this topic is so broad, but I see where you're coming from as far as you doing something for a woman out of the way you were raised and them thinking, oh, he just, or for a female to feel like, well, I might as well because he ain't gonna do it anyway, because that's her experience. So that has to be understood. Again, back to what I was saying, as far as what Teresa was saying, we have just been almost conditioned because we have such a lack of male presence. I'll say that. And there are, all men are not the same. All men are not dogs. All men are not, don't have that baby boy syndrome. There are men out there that still do the way they were raised, do the appropriate thing, but I was 9 times out of 10, it's rough. It's
Yeah.
rough. And
So
men take a back seat to, doing the things, even if they were raised that way, they still feel like, well, she got it, or they just assume she's so independent that they don't have to, do whatever. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. At first, I thought it was like the further south I go, the stranger stuff got.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought that because it's like the further south I came, the weirder the women got. Like the more of the man role the woman was taking on, and
Mm-hmm.
it was just like, to me, it was like when a woman, when you get up, when a woman find a man or a man find a woman, and they talking and they hee ha ha. The moment most of the women in the area that I'm in, they find out that you really mean the words that's coming out your mouth, like you want to be there, you want to be where, you want to do this, you want to do that. They take that opportunity and be like, "Oh, I got him. He ain't going nowhere," and start playing.
Okay.
And I can't figure out why. But then when the dude stop messing with you or tell you, "Well, I'm not going to allow this," why you get mad?
Listen, that's a whole different experience. I don't. I don't know. That is weird. I don't know. But I think it's happening everywhere.
It is. It is. I had to realize that it just wasn't the areas I was going to, but it is happening everywhere. And it's everywhere.
Yeah. And then you have to look at the people you are entertaining as well. Because, there are still good women out here. There are still good, wholesome women. It's like a needle in a haystack. And I think the same for men, but they're out here. They're probably just busy doing, whatever they do. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, broad topic. Thank you so much for joining in the live. So good to see you as always.
You
I
too.
am way past my cutoff, so I'm gonna get you off and then I'm gonna exit out. But thank you so much for joining.
All right. Love you, Keela.
I love you too.
All right.
Yes, that was great. This is what this is for. This makes me so excited. This really gets me pumped up because this is, y'all just don't know. This is my desire. Yes, to have us come together and just kick it and give our opinions. Ain't nobody mad. Everybody's cool. I hope you all feel fulfilled like I do. I am so over the moon right now because I've had those two guests, Teresa and Joey, to join me, a classmate and then somebody I grew up with. Oh my gosh, that's so phenomenal. Y'all, I feel amazing. Hi, Ma. I feel so amazing. You caught me right at the last minute because we had some guests on. So you're going to have to catch up on the live, Ma. But we talked about double standards. And so, yeah, I'm sure after you go back and watch it, you'll be able to comment. But thank you all so much. All of my new viewers, thank you for coming on. If you just stopped on, okay. Yeah, no. Thank you, sister. I think so too. I am so excited. And again, I have gone over the time, which is completely fine. For all of my first time viewers, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the exchange. If you have not gone over or if you don't know anything about it, I do have a YouTube page called The Key and Kai Exchange. Again, that's on YouTube, The Key, K-E-E, and Kai, K-H-Y Exchange. This is what we do. We just kick it. We give our opinions. We learn from each other. We lift each other up and just grow, baby. Grow, grow, grow. That's what we're here for. So again, thank you all for joining. I am so excited. I cannot wait until Friday. Yeah, y'all. Thank you, Jules, for being here. So I hope we can. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much for joining and giving your opinion and your input. That was fabulous. Oh my God, a powerhouse. Listen, we want to talk about women powerhouses. Teresa Baker, y'all, brown boy, brown girl. Oh my gosh, she is taking off. I'm so very proud of her. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining. I hope you all have a great evening and a great rest of the week. This video will be up for 1 hour after I go off. So you all can go back and replay. If you have more comments, more thoughts, feel free to do so. I would prefer if you go to YouTube and leave your comments there because we are trying to get this algorithm going so we can have more people and be on one platform. So again, thank you so much. You all enjoy the rest of your evening and I will see you soon. Until next time, peace out.